Can they pull the trigger?
Yeah.
With nothing. Can BM empty the clip? He's got to go all in. He's not. He's not going to be able to bet. He's not going to get a fold with anything less. I don't believe. He does.
I think she's got a great personality. She's a dynamic person. She's intelligent.
Yes.
She brings a lot to the table.
She does.
You know who else brings a lot to the table? Ian Simpson with trip aces, baby. Might get some action from Carmen.
This will calm him down.
Yes.
Winning this hand.
By the way, when I had walked into the casino, the tournament was about 8 minutes old. We had already had one player eliminated, which is pretty baffling when you think about it. They started with 440 big blinds, and yet 8 minutes into this tournament on day 1B, somebody was eliminated.
Were they really?
Yes.
So how?
It does make you think, like, how?
It is actually, just in terms of the logistics, it's quite hard to get the money in. Like, there's got to be a lot of bets, is what I mean. You've got to have a lot of backward and forward, and at some point you must think, wait, am I not winning?
Right. I mean, I've seen people do that with, like, kings. And you've got to, at some point, just realize, okay, I know kings are a really strong hand, but your opponent's not stopping. So what do you think maybe they have? Because would they do that with queens? Because wouldn't they be scared that you have kings races? Pot's 26,000 chips. This is going to go a long way in helping out Ian. River doesn't change much, and if you're Ian, it is value time. Just a question of how much you're betting here. Might want to size it down a little bit and make sure you get paid. Maybe you bet about 12,000. Take a look at Carmen's stack. You want to make sure she's in a position where she doesn't feel like this is a big dent on her stack, and she'll call you with a 9. It looks like he bets more than that. Kind of really going for it. No, he bet 15K. Okay. I think that's reasonable. And Carmen makes the call, and to your point from earlier on, you know, just make hands and bet. All right. The players are getting their jackets. I believe this might be the last hand before break. More umbrella talk, more giveaways. The free roll, by the way, has begun. Registration's still open. It'll be open for about a half hour.
Get involved.
So get in there. 888 Live gets you in. Let us know how you're doing in the free roll. Parabellum, what's up? Hello. Jamie Pugh says, free roll, I'm going to win it. Good luck.
He's got aces for the, I don't know.
He had aces
time?
twice. Aces twice and queens once. But, I mean, I'd be a little bit concerned because Tall has not gotten out of line at all. And he has call. Now, we don't know what Tall has, but Tall is also in there with the end of the gun.
It's a mystery.
Yeah. The 9 doesn't scare me as much. I don't think Tall should have too many 9s from first position. I would think they have more overpairs or more flush draws.
Yeah, this could be perfect. There is a decent chance he has an overpair.
Yeah, I mean, based on the under the gun, you just don't give him as many 9s. If I'm Ian, I'm probably going to bet this one more time. You can size it down a little bit.
Ian only has a 1.5 pot bet. Yeah,
he just goes with it.
Yeah, he's going to go in because he wants to get the pair to put his money in.
Yeah, I think Ian is finally played a hand correctly.
Wow.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
I had to.
Unbelievable. You know he knows what we're saying.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it.
So funny.
No, I really like that play by him. All right. By the way, we're in the middle of a huge hand here. Huge hand here.
What is even happening?
Well, I was watching the entire hand happen, but you were doing your wizard promo, so I didn't want to stop you.
They made me. They made me do the wizard promo.
I know. Cobolito 3-bet pre. Andre decided to play the hand a little bit slower and just called. It went bet call. Okay? And then Cobolito putting max pressure on Andre. Queens, just a bluff catcher, as I mentioned. There is, each player has a shot clock, 30 seconds stacked on your hand, but you can use your cards. This is for all of Cobolito's chips, by the way. Pot is 82-7. It's 33-5 to call.
Yeah, it's for all of Cobolito's chips, but the call's not for all of Andre's chips. And he does, if he thinks he could be good here, he's getting good odds on this call.
He is. I mean, the problem is the queen does block some of the draws your opponent might have had. And Andre does find the fold there. Look at that. Speaking of other awesome things, we had the Blast Sit and Go. It's an exciting sit and go game where you can win big. 3 players are in for a fun surprise as they compete for a randomly drawn prize pool in a Blast Sit and Go. That's right, Blast Sit and Go for a prize pool of up to 10,000 times your buy-in. Wait, what?
That's a lot of times, thousands times your buy-in. Yeah, that's huge.
It's a randomly drawn prize pool in a Blast Sit and Go, and you can win up to 10,000 times your buy-in. What? Check out Blast Sit and Go on 888poker. Pair of jacks for both players. Aspas with the better of it right now. BNB with the flush draw now. BN. How would you pronounce that?
Bien?
BN.
Yeah, it's weird, the end of the V, isn't it? There's quite a famous Spanish football player called Aspas, but that's Iago Aspas. It's a different...
Maybe a relation.
Person could be. Can't rule it out.
That'd be cool. Well, he's wearing the Adidas shirt right in the center of your screen.
Exactly like a footballer would.
Or the Adidas
or
shirt,
like
as you guys call it.
Like a brother of a footballer, because he'd just get a load of free T-shirts.
Oh, most definitely.
So, you know, we still can't rule this out.
A bet and a call. 12,000 in the pot now. And they're going to chop it up. A lot of possibilities there. And this likely goes check, I would imagine. Not. Well, no. Look at this. MBF is actually betting. And I'm not sure if he's betting for value or as a bluff, but it's going to get the same hand to fold. He gets the jack to fold. Wow. Top pair, top kicker with the ace of spades as well. This is weird, though. So after calling a 3-bet, he's now going to bet into his opponent.
I mean, the sort of instructive thing is that, you know, he's hit his perfect flop, but he still can't be sure if he's winning or not. That's how. I mean, you can never be totally sure, obviously, unless you have the nuts. But it's just one of those situations where now, if he gets raised, what does he do? Right,
or even if BN calls, what do you do?
Right,
you're just like in no man's land. Now, to his credit, he's priced it where he can actually get called by worse, and he's made it look weird enough that maybe he induces us. The problem is, okay, now what?
Bluff raise, now what?
I mean, when you have the ace of spades as well in your hand on this 2-spade board, just a perfect hand against the 3-better's range to just check call, I think.
Yeah, I mean...
You might check raise some turns even, but... Now he finds himself... The funny thing is he's got the winning hand right now, but he finds himself out of position in a bloated pot with a very vulnerable hand.
Yeah, well, just for... This was 3-bet pre-flop, so...
Ooh. Now it gets a little bit more interesting.
He looks nervous. I'd be nervous. We know BM's going to bet again because, you know, he doesn't have anything.
Right. Well, we also know that Blanco's not going to go anywhere right now. He's got the ace of spades. Now, the funny thing is, if I was playing in a tournament where people might fold ever, I actually might turn ace-10 into a... This might be one of those weird spots where I actually might bluff with this hand.
Well, it's a semi-bluff, it's not a bluff.
Right.
I mean, you've got
I had the ace of
pair and a nut
spades.
flush draw.
Right, I've got a big hand.
It's a big hand.
No, I'm not going to do that in this... I wouldn't do that in this hand, though, because my opponents just don't fold over pairs. Now, this is crazy here. Okay, so Blanco has called twice.
I love this spot. This is the... Can they pull the trigger
Yeah.
with nothing? Can BM empty the clip? He's got to go all in. He's not going to be able to bet. He's not going to be able to fold with anything less, I don't believe. He does. Awesome.
Now, the weird thing is... Spades,
I love it.
Yeah, the weird thing is that Spades got there. And if I had the ace of spades in my hand, I would at least be thinking, like, what are you doing this with? Are you really doing this with, like, 2 red kings?
Yeah. Of course you are. This heads up.
You say that, but...
Yes, heads up.
I know you would, but most players don't. Most players are terrified of the spade.
Oh, right. Yeah, but not heads up. Come on.
Let's see if...
What a fantastic spot.
Yeah, no, it's a great hand.
What would you do in Blanco's shoes? Very easy to think you'd smell this out and call, but in reality, there's a huge pot. This is a very, very tough... I mean, you only beat bluffs.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously. So...
He's not doing this with, like, Jack 10.
And it's gone 3-bet. Fire, fire, fire.
Well, this is one of the reasons why ace-10 is just a fold. Don't get yourself into this situation.
Well, he might win 158k pot if he calls.
Yeah, he might.
But ace-10 is definitely a fold.
I mean, he's flopped great. He turned great, and he still doesn't know what to do.
I wouldn't get much off BM there. I think this is not the first time he's done this.
No.
I think he likes a big bluff.
He plays a lot of hands. There's a shot clock, as we mentioned. 30 seconds stacked on your hand, but you do get those little time cards to extend it when you need it. And I think this is one of those spots if you're Blanco. Take all the time you need. And he just folded.
He does fold.
Wow.
Don't call 3 bets with ace-10 offsuit, kids. Oh, and he shows. Wow, what a bluff.